Okay, I'm live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Oh, I didn't put on my hat. Happy Friday. Boy, this week has been nonstop as usual. Um, but I'm grateful that it is Friday. And I'm sorry I missed you guys yesterday. I'm logging on today, which is why I have no background, but from my iPad because they've been working on my computers for 3 days, trying to get all of the company stuff off. I did a lot of work in 12 years, so they're having a hard time getting everything transferred over. But anyway, um, I'm grateful for, just being able to walk in God's obedience. I think I put in there that today's broadcast was, or the nugget for today was riding the wave of obedience. Last night, something just that really touched my heart happened. A group of us were meeting at a Red Lobster to celebrate one of our associate pastor's birthday. And the waitress had been through monumental issues and trauma over the past 6 months. She lost her mom, had a head on collision in a car. Um, Her coworkers were trying to help her by sending her on a cruise so she could kind of relax and process the loss of her mom. But she didn't realize she had whiplash. So on the cruise, she winds up in a wheelchair and couldn't enjoy the cruise. And then I guess a couple of nights ago, her house flooded out, and she was just at that breaking point. Now, what was really interesting is that our, the pastor's wife had specifically requested her for the little celebration. And apparently, this is a restaurant that they frequent often. And I guess they really liked her service, which she really was. She was really a sweet lady. But the way God orchestrated and ordained for us to be there at the appointed time, she said when she got the call to come into work, she told her boss, she said, I just can't. She's like, I just can't take anything else, and I don't think I can make it. And her boss told her, just please, just come. And actually, she said she was in the car on the way to the restaurant and was just breaking down and was like, I can't do this. And her boss suggested to ask her to please come. And so she came. And she shared with us what she had been walking through. And it gave opportunity for God to show up in a really, really powerful way for us to cover her, to pray over her, to love on her, to let her know she didn't do anything wrong. Because she's like, what did I do? I don't understand what I've done to be going through all of this in this amount of time. I was so taken by the chain of events that led all of us to be there at that moment and her to be there at that moment so God could show up. And it was all about obedience. It was all about obedience. Um, Pastor Cherry, who we were celebrating, he didn't invite family to this dinner. He said he'll get with his family and his kids and all of that later. But he didn't invite family to the dinner. He invited men and women of God to the dinner, men and women who have a strong faith and belief system, so that as we spoke to this young lady, we covered her with such a sincerity that it broke her down. And it broke her down in a good way so that God could just come in and minister to her. Riding the wave of obedience means that you don't always understand why you're in the place that you're in, why you've been called to do what you do. But if you're obedient in the midst of it, then God will show up. Because it's 99.9% of the time not about you. It's about who God wants you to touch. It's about how he wants to be able to flow through you to be a blessing to someone else. So I just want to encourage you on this beautiful Friday to keep in mind that as you are obedient to God, others will be blessed and will see his hand of love, grace, and of mercy. All right, that's it. I hope that you have an incredible weekend. You know it's Friday, so what are we going to do? We're going to worship over the weekend. I'm going to rest. See these bags? I know I need to get some rest, and I'm on a red eye Saturday night, and I'm just like, Lord, help me because I need to be presentable next week. But we're going to rest. We're going to self care. We're going, we're going to love on ourselves. Love on yourself. Do something good for you. Seriously, so that as you need to pour out into others, you've allowed God to pour into you. And then you're going to enjoy the fruit of God's labor, to enjoy what He has created. Okay. All right. That's it. Have an incredible weekend. Lord willing, I will see you really early Monday morning since I have a pickup call in DC at 7:30. So I have to be up bright and early, and I'll try to get with you guys about 7 o'clock. Okay. All right. Love you much.